and welcome to Pure Hustle Podcast. I'm Mike.
And this is Orlando, and it's time for another Monday mini-sode.
Yeah, Monday minis. We love them because we get to really focus in on something for a shorter amount of time. So again, if you are following us on YouTube and you found us because maybe you were looking at this, like, should I take an offer on eBay? Because today we're talking about taking offers and why you should do it. And you're like, who are these two bald people talking about reselling? Well, we're Pure Hustle Podcast, and we have a long form podcast that comes out every Wednesday. So if you listen to us on, you can find us on wherever.
Watch us on YouTube or follow us wherever podcasts play.
Wherever you get your podcast from, we're on there. So check us out. We have long form podcasts, but today we're talking about specifically why and when you should take offers on eBay.
Now, we've talked about this before, and every topic in reselling you go over and over again. But I'm telling you, I speak from like personal experience, right? Like something that is recently affecting us. And I would say if there's ever a time that there is a need to take offers, it's in a downturn economy. And the reason I say that is it's like a twofold piece, right? On the one end, right, there are people that are looking for deals, right? And so they're going to send offers, and you might not like some of those offers. And on the other side, you're going to need those sales and you're going to want that cash flow. So let's talk about some of the reasons we lined up through or outlined. The first one is sell through. If there's one thing that eBay cares more, I think, in my opinion, of reselling in the last 10 years, more than anything, better than your pictures, better than, that you're a top rated seller, better that, you hang out with the CEO of eBay, is, do you sell your stuff? Do you sell through? Right? Because, you might be in this mindset of like, hey, no, this is the price I want, and I'm not going to take anything else. Okay. If that's the perspective, then don't do a best offer on your listing. Make sure you have a set price. Then you don't have to haggle with it, because what happens is, I think that the algorithm, if they see that you have best offer and you're getting offers and you're denying those offers, then you're obviously, pricing yourself too high, or maybe you're not willing to sell. And what does that mean for eBay? That means for eBay that they're using their space, their server space, their, everything that's pushing people to your ad, not your ad, but your item, and you're choosing not to sell. And so eBay is losing money on that. And so therefore eBay is not going to push your items up to sell. And so selling through is key.
Yeah. And that kind of leads to the next part, which is the idea of triggering the algorithm. And if you are a fan of the podcast, you listen to it, you know that I'm not the biggest supporter of the idea that there's some like conspiracy algorithm. However, connecting back to that idea of sell-through rate, I do think it makes sense for a company like eBay. They make their profit when we sell items. And so they are not going to spend a lot of time and energy into, like Orlando was mentioning, a store that is not moving items. Because if they are going to push you up in the search ranking, if they are going to make sure yours is the one being in ads, all of those things, and you're not selling through, you're not getting those things, they're wasting their time, their energy, their costs on those items, and you're not making them any money. However, if you're taking offers, you just made eBay some money, because they obviously, the faster you're selling things, the more money that's going to make them profit today. It's going to help their metrics. It's going to help them when they have to talk in front of shareholders. And so if you're a store that is willing to take offers, there is something to be said of, this might boost your store in the algorithm. Hey, if they're just looking at two stores, my store and Orlando's store, and every time I get an offer, I'm willing to sell, and I'm moving more inventory than Orlando is, they're going to say, let's push a little bit more people to him, because he'll sell that stuff and we can make some money. So there is something to be said of, as you're selling things, as you're accepting offers, that might not just help you now get money, but it also might help push your other items up in the search, because eBay is going to prioritize your store. You're moving things, you're profitable for them, and they're going to prioritize that. So that is almost the secret algorithm, as it were. Hey, let's help this store out, because it's really helping them out.
Yeah, I know, agreed. And again, we don't have any solid proof, but we just have experience and say that's what happens.
And it makes sense. So,
all right, now cash flow. Okay, sometimes you might have an item that you paid $1 for, and you wanted $50 for it, and somebody offers you $35. You should take it. You spent $1. right? And what that means is it gives you whatever your net profit is $30. Now that $30 gives you the ability to cash flow that into more items that you can list, which allows you to sell more and make more money, right? So taking offers allows you to cash flow. And again, I'm not saying take, super lowball offers that, I get every once in a while, I get somebody that offer me like $10 for an item that's 50. Am I going to take that? Probably not. Now, if I paid 25 cents for it, might think about it, right? Might think about it because it gives me that cash flow. But having cash is king when it comes to reselling secondary goods, because you never want to get caught up in having all your money tied up because you're just unwilling to sell things at a certain price. Be willing to move that inventory.
Yeah, that's right. And that kind of leads to the next idea, which is you don't know how many other offers you're going to get. Now, you could take a low offer, and it could be that there was another customer who's going to give you an offer in an hour, and it was going to be just right what you wanted. But how many times have we denied an offer, and then 6 months later we look at an item and go, "Man, I should have took that offer.
All of it.
Should have took that offer." Like I thought.
Well, not recently, but yeah, it's happened a lot.
Especially when you first list an item and it's only been listed for a couple weeks and you get an offer. That's when you're like, I just kind of want to wait and see. But then there's things that we've had listed for so long that we would just gladly take any offer that comes in on it. And you never really know if that item is going to be that thing. And so I would say if you get an offer, you don't want to have that regret of, man, I should have taken that offer. What was I fighting for? An extra $5. Mm-hmm. And now it's sitting in my inventory. Will it ever sell? Maybe the price is going down. And there's going to be the exceptions where the price goes up and you actually make more money in the long run. But I think out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times is going to be the better opportunity to take the offer, as long as it's not a ridiculously low offer. And maybe you fail occasionally, but if you're winning 70% of the time, that's a pretty good batting average.
Yeah, 100% agree. And the last one, remember, you're a reseller, not a hoarder. And I have to say that to myself. I was going to say, the time.
Do you need to put that like on a sticky and put it on the mirror, and every time you look at yourself in the mirror, repeat that to yourself 3 times?
Because I'm good enough and I'm smart enough and I'm a reseller, not a hoarder.
I'm worthy. I'm a good person. And I'm a reseller. I'm not a hoarder.
But honestly, like it happens all the time. You have this nice haul. You pick up some awesome stuff. Like right now in the studio, I have 2 N64 games with the box and the case. And I kind of don't want to sell it. I picked it up 3 weeks ago. And I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I should just keep that. And it's kind of cool. And listen, if you're not taking offers, like you're becoming a hoarder. Mm. And you don't want that, because you want to scale up your business. And so taking offers is key. It allows you to improve your sell-through rate, trigger that algorithm, get that cash flow. Sometimes it's the only offer you'll ever get, so you should accept it. And again, we're all resellers and not hoarders. And with that being said, make sure to be real,
be relevant,
and be reselling blades.
Peace.